some of them are watching through YouTube as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Betul kan? Sarah?
Yes, we are now live in YouTube, so there'll
Yes.
be viewers from YouTube as well.
Once the queue to start, then they will live stream on YouTube lah.
Okay. Understand.
Okay. So nanti later boleh tengok yourself dalam YouTube CSIA yang the one yang I bagi tu kan.
Okay, I see. Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
I pun hopefully kita buat macam biasa casual lah kot, biasa santai-santai kan.
Yes, boleh.
Dah lama tak buat tak jadi speaker. I mean webinar.
I cannot change my background as usual. Okay, nanti sekejap.
How's Malaysia? Okay semua? Malaysia
okay, still hot.
Okay.
Recovering.
Okay. UiTM tengah open lagi kan, dia tak ada kata tutup ke study from home ke, tak lah, the faculty buka.
Actually we are doing online, tapi studio base mostly dah face to face, so ada half yang online, ada half yang physical learning lah dekat studio.
I see. Okay.
Nak kata fully 100% face to face, not yet. So dua lah.
How's COVID Malaysia? Getting better or getting worse? Macam mana?
Hari tu I think recovering, sekarang naik balik.
Naik balik. Okay. Bila lah dekat UK pun sama. I check semalam kemarin
sebab is actually naik balik kan?
Naik balik.
The cases all over the world memang naik because of Omicron kan, but the death rate tu kurang lah actually.
Yes, betul.
The death rate kurang. So kalau ikut case memang naik, cuma the positive case tu will recover soon as many dah dapat immunity kan.
Betul.
So okay lah. Kat Malaysia pun death tak banyak sangat, cuma case rising lah. Lately ni dia naik sikit.
I see. Sama lah kat sini pun sama. 2-3 hari ni naik.
So kalau di sana kita kena pakai mask tak?
Dah tak perlu pakai mask. Lepas tu tak ada. Quarantine pun dia dah abolish dia. Kira dah tak ada quarantine apa semua lah.
Okay. Alright. That's good. Kita lah masih ada quarantine lagi.
Yeah. Sebab sini dia nak kena open ekonomi kan, sebab otherwise dia suffer government kan.
Yes, betul. Okay, nanti kejap. Mana ni my background tak boleh. Okay, Sarah dah boleh start ke? Is it okay to start?
Yeah, I think we can start.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we can start, and along the way I think there are more participants who will be joining later. Okay, if that's the case, I think we can start. Alright, hello everyone, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon to Malaysians, and good morning to Mr. Fahmi who is in London at this moment. So welcome to CSIA MTIB webinar series. This is an event organised by the Centre of Studies for Interior Architecture, FSPU UiTM Puncak Alam. And this is a collaboration event with Malaysian Timber Industry Board, which is the MTIB. So for your information, today's event is sponsored by the MTIB, the Malaysian Timber Industry Board. And this is the fourth event sponsored by MTIB and a collaboration with Centre of Studies for Interior Architecture. And there'll be more events will be organised in the near future with more international speakers from Malaysia and also around the world. So I would like to welcome all professionals, academicians, designers and students who are here right now. Thank you so much for joining this event today. My name is Sarah Rahman and I'll be your host for today. And together with me, we have our special guest, Mr. Fahmi Yusoff. He is the director and a co-founder of Buisines Architecture and Fastech Limited, a company that is based in London, United Kingdom. So thank you, Mr. Fahmi Yusoff, for spending your time with us. I believe it's 7:30 in the morning dekat sana.
Yes, almost 8, yeah. 7:30, almost 8, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our speaker, Mr. Suhaimi Fahmi Yusoff, before we start with the presentation, with the short presentation. So, Mr. Fahmi Yusoff is a director and also a co-founder of Buisines Architecture Limited and also a Fastech Limited, based in London, United Kingdom. He has over 20 years of working experience in the fields of architecture, interior design, and as well as product design. So in his practice, I believe he mainly involved in managing business direction, finding potential businesses, planning and managing current and future projects. So in year 2001, he received his bachelor degree in industrial design from the University of Technology Mara UiTM. And he then pursued to his postgraduate studies in 2006 at the University of Wolverhampton for a CAD construction program. So today, I believe Mr. Fahmi will share some of his design and business experience, particularly maybe in managing as a business direction in the UK. So I'm sure many of us are looking forward for the presentation. So we will start with the presentation by our speaker, and then we'll proceed with a Q&A session, and also probably a discussion after the presentation. So for those who would like to ask questions, you can write your questions in the chat box in WebEx, and we will read through all these questions during the Q&A session. And yeah, we also have a link, attendees link for our staff to get your credit, and our committee will post that in the chat box later. So without further ado, I'd like to pass this floor to our guest, Mr. Fahmi.
Okay. First of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera, salam Jumaat kepada semua virtual audience di Malaysia. And thank you to our moderator, Encik Sarah Rahman, and also thank you to Encik the IDL, Encik Muhammad Noor, because I communicate banyak dengan dia regarding this for this event. Okay, for today, what I want to share with you is like what I discussed before, is more on the my experience in UK, how I set up my my business. Before I start, let me share my PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, basically, I'm a director and co-founder for Buisines Architecture and Fastech Limited. I have about over 20 years experience working with in the field of architecture, interior design, as well as product design, like what Puan Sarah said just now. How I start my journey in UK? I try to make it more what we call that casual, santai. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I don't know how I want to start with, but let me introduce myself just now, and then I originally from Kelantan. Okay, and I study up to sampai SPM di Kota Baru with Kelantan, and then I continue my study in actually in industrial design from UiTM, FSSR. Faculty Seni Lukisan Seni Reka di Shah Alam, about 4 years. And then after I graduated my degree, I worked with one furniture company in Puchong for 1 year. And then after 1 year, I joined, we call HD Consultant, which is in Plaza Damansara. So on that time, I become a CAD designer. I work with them all around 3 years in with HD Concept Consultant. HD Concept Consultant is owned by one the wife to IR the AXA architect. I can't remember the name. If you know the AXA architect in Taman Tun, yeah, on that time, yeah. After I finish, after 3 years, what I did is how I come, macam mana saya boleh datang ke London, ke UK. Selepas 3 tahun I kerja kat sana, I get offer from University of Wolverhampton, but the thing is I don't have any fund, any sponsor to continue my study. So on that time, what I did is I do the business. I create my own business as well. I have a company in Malaysia called on that time called Midtech Design, which is I'm doing. I get the project to supply to design the furniture and supply to the Panasonic for the Bintang shopping mall for to display all their stuff. So that's how I start do my own business. After a year on doing that business, and then I'm thinking I want to continue my business, or I want to fly to UK to continue to further my study. So I decided to come to UK because on that time, because I'm really passionate to continue my study in UK. So Alhamdulillah, I fly before I fly to UK, I fly to I went to Holland first, to Amsterdam. I lived there about 4 months, tried to find opportunity over there. I contact with all the designers, industrial designers, architects, even interior designers in Holland. Try to find way if I have opportunity to work there while I gonna continue before I continue my study to earn some money. The response is quite good, to be honest. Alhamdulillah, all the designers in Holland, they are macam supportive, which is they give feedback, everything. The thing is only the hard for us to get the job over there because of like what everybody knows is about the visa restriction of the work. We need to get the proper visa, etc., and then as well as the language barrier, because in Holland on that time they're not using they use English language as a medium communication, but they prefer to speak in their language, Dutch. So I was there about 4 months, and then after that I'm thinking I have to fly to go back to UK because I already had offer in Wolverhampton. So I take bus, I go to UK, go to Wolverhampton, meet up with all the students over there. Before that happened, it's about 1 year before. Almost 1 year before I enter university in September. So I try to contact with people in Wolverhampton in UK. Try to find opportunity how I want to support myself to get the money to pay for my study. And Alhamdulillah, because I trying hard, so I met one guy. He's our Malaysian architect. His name is dia dah arwah 2 tahun lepas dia dah meninggal. Nama dia Izham Cedan. He's one of the RIBA panel for Midlands, and he have own architecture practice in Wolverhampton called ID Architects Midlands Limited. This is where I start work with architect firm in UK. So I was there about 1.5 years, and then dalam masa kerja tu, I also alhamdulillah, because of the kerja, then I go back, get the student visa, and then I continue my study in Wolverhampton University until I finish in 1.5 year in ID architect, and then in between ada a few biarlah cerita apa, which is I met my wife in Manchester, and then from there and then after that we get married, and then I moved to Manchester. Daripada Manchester tu I try to apply work, and then I got kerja dekat Core Design UK Limited, which is dekat around Stockport, not far from Manchester. So I worked there for about half year, and then after that I back to Wolverhampton to finish my thesis. Because on that time I still have a thesis need to finish. So I stopped working with Core Design, and then I finish off my study. And then end of my study, I apply work kerja dekat London. So alhamdulillah, I dapat offer from Canberra International Design, which is that company is a retail specialist design company. So over there, yeah, that's how I start in UK, which is they offer me a job and give me the work permit, and I work with them almost around 6 years with the Canberra Design.
Is there any like special requirements for you to work with them? Maknanya macam yeah.
Ada special requirement, but on that time in 2007 and 2006, 2008. A lot of Malaysian architect, interior designers, all the designers banyak kerja dekat London, because dia banyak open for foreigner untuk kerja dekat, dia open untuk kerja dekat UK. Tapi on that time, what I just share with you how Canberra, because when I was with Canberra, I'm still in under what we call that student visa for 6 months. Almost after I and my student visa, what they do, they advertise the position where the position which is actually they need me, so they offer they need to open the position, advertise for 3 months dekat dalam all the agencies. After 3 months, if nobody respond, no candidate which is get this job, then they offer to European, and then kalau European tak ada, baru they offer to us, to the the international workers like us. So what they offer, because masa tu I bring some one job with to them for the project in Putrajaya, so I handle, but it's not the project is not completion, it's just a concept, the concept design, but it's good thing he tried to help people, and then that's how I got a permanent job with Canberra, yeah. And on that time, with masa I work with Canberra Design, back in 2008, masa tu recession, yeah. 2008, 2009 recession, and they have all around 25 designers and architects under Canberra, and they have to redundant some of them, so they keep only 5 out of 25, which is including me myself. But the thing is, the job is unsecured, which is I still have visa, but they're not gonna pay me monthly salary. That's how I start I have to find way to survive. So I start my business, design business in UK. So alhamdulillah, in 2010, actually I already create my Bizarreka in 2008, but the 2010 is I registered Bizarreka in UK. So I'm working myself with Bizarreka. And then after in 2013, but on that time, because of the visa restriction, which is the the work permit holder, they can't uh, run their own business. They cannot become a directorship or any other position of board of director for the company. So what I did is I have to set up my business under my wife. By the time my wife is she's a quantity surveyor. Um, so she was a director for almost 4 years before I took over to become a director for Bizarreka in 2013. That's how I start. But in between that, the first job that Bizarreka got, I have a few jobs in UK. The small jobs, small renovation project, planning application, etc. in UK. But the big, for me, the big experience that I gained was in 2010 when I got the award from one renovation project in Paris for renovation office for our tourism Malaysia in Paris.
In London.
In Paris, 2010.
In Paris.
Yeah, so that's a best experience. Very challenging. I will share with you some of the slide later on. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah. So before I go for my selected portfolios, just to share with you, I just want to share maybe what is Bizarreka. Yeah. Okay. Actually, Bizarreka is now currently we call Bizarreka is a one-stop center company for the property consultant and construction business. So what we are doing, I have me and I have partner now, which is Mr. Also mentioned Azam Asari is a chartered architect for in London. So he's also my partner, which is one of my co-founder for Bizarreka. So Bizarreka we divide by actually I start with the Bizarreka architecture. Bizarreka design, which is Bizarreka architecture consultant first. So Bizarreka Architecture Limited is a multidisciplinary architecture design practice. We are able to offer comprehensive and tailor-made service to meet the client needs and give them a better value of money. That's what we focus on consultation only, which is architecture, interior design, what we call that, survey, project management, all the sector of the consultant sector we put under architecture, Bizarreka Architecture. But we also have another company we call Bizarreka Limited, which is that one is established in 2010, and we call construction management company, where we focusing on the small scale building development, interior renovation, and maintenance work. So we work with we have our panel, our subcontractor work for us. So what we do is normally how we approach client is we get a project from architecture work, planning application, and we move to interior design, exercising to our client. For example, if we have one client, an investor or landlord for the house. So what normally they want, they buy the house, they want to do extension, they want to do like a refurbishment, loft conversion. So we come as an architect, do the planning, do the survey, do the feasibility study, contact with the council, and then from there we move to interior design exercising to help them to improve their property. And if they don't have their own contractor, normally they ask us to find way how to find the good contractor, the good builders. So that's why we have a Bizarreka Limited is a construction management company who help them on the contractual work here. And also after we complete the work for the landlord, we taking care of their property. So that's why we have another one we call home stay. It's a property management industry in London. This is just new, which is we create another business because most of our client is from the investor, landlord and investor in London. So normally they buy their property, they do the planning application, they do the renovation, and they sell. They not, some of them selling, some of them they keep for the revenue for the letting. So we have another company who taking care of their property. Yeah, that's how our business currently on Bisarika business. Okay, yeah, what we do is we a full range of design, technical, management services. We are covering all aspects of architecture, interior. So nothing much is just a profile company of Bisarika. For the architecture and planning, we cover of a UK planning application, UK building regulations. That's what we consult our client. Feasibility study, the site analysis. That's what we do for interior architecture, and we of course we do exercising on the concept and design development. And we also because we normally the architect, we are the lead project lead designers or lead architects, so we engage with we have our panel like building surveyor, QS, engine structure engineer, to taking care of the project as well. And for the interior design, same goes like architecture, which is our scope is on the space planning, concept, interior design, bespoke furniture, and then we do the procurement as well, branding, graphic, in CAD and 3D visualization. And we have like what I told you before, is a construction project management, which is we taking care of the project. The contract management also, which is we engage with the QS. We have a internal QS in our office, which is my wife. So we also do the project costing, estimation, site inspection, supervision, and we have another sector which is property management and maintenance. That's another group of our company who taking care of this service. So we'll do the short lets, long lets, advertise, do the taking care of the tenant, the contract between tenant and landlord. That's what we maintain the property. So our people. So currently, me and my partner Azam is the main is the director of the company. But we also have our associate partner, which is Simon. Simon Baker is one of. I think I will show you. Yeah, there's the key person in my company currently, which is Simon Baker. Is the business development. He's taking care of the business. He tried. I mean the marketing and sales. So he bring the project. He bring the contact to our company. He also have run his own construction company as well. Izanudin is a associate partner currently. She's taking care of the costing, all related to the quantity survey work, contract management, everything. And Taha is of course is a finance. Since we in business, we need a finance person to taking care of our business. Otherwise, our cash flow is a bit hard to handle. Yeah, everybody know we are designers. We need a business person as well to collaborate with us. And and Nasi is of course is our technical assistant. He's more on the technical side, on the M&E electrical. So he go to do the survey, let's say especially for the interior design work. When the client want to use us for the design, before we start to come up with the design, we need to go to the site, to the survey on the M&E, especially on the mechanical and electrical work. Yeah. And okay, this is nothing much information that I can share with you. Can I go to another slide? I think.
Sure. Yes, please.
Uh, so what I can do? Okay. For our portfolio, what I can do, I just do the selective project that I can share with you. I have a few many of project, but I think that to present to in webinar, maybe I go for a few projects. Yeah. Okay. For example, this is one project that I told you before. This my first project, really good experience, which is in Paris. So we do the renovation. We get the project as a design and build contract from the Malaysian government. So we handle the project from the start to completion. So we need to engage with all the local builders, local electrical engineer, furniture designers, wood cover, etc., etc. And the size of the project is not big. It's not, the area is only 46 meters square. It's small office, tourism Malaysia, yeah. But it's a good experience, really good experience. Because the reason why I can share with you this project is when we got the offer, we don't know anybody in Paris. Saya tak kenal siapa kat Paris. And plus in Paris they hardly to communicate with us in English. They want to use their own language. That's a really good, actually I can say good experience, but it's very valuable experience for me. But to communicate with them is really hard. So Alhamdulillah, luckily I find one guy translator in Paris, which is I hire him to become our kind of middleman translator. So we start the job with we design like what I think I'm not I just show you the rough which is we just design the space planning, choose the material, the concept to the client, and then we need to find the contractor to start doing the work. So this is one of the initial concept that we start with. We try to propose to Tourism Malaysia the nature and the heritage concept to the element we put the element of Malaysian element macam kat belakang tu if you can see the photo is from what we call that, from the Borneo, photo from the Borneo, which is I got the photograph daripada photographer international National Geographic photographer based in Paris, but he was in Borneo for a few months dalam hutan ambil gambar. So we bought that big photo, applied to the Tourism Malaysia, and as well as we put some element of wood carving, which is we collaborate with our wood carver Tuan Cik Haizal, if you some of you know him. He's quite famous. He's a top wood carver Malaysia. So if you can see the carving, all the carving is from originally from Terengganu. We just apply on our design. Yeah. So this is the final product.
Buat dekat Malaysia and transport that in Paris, yes, ke macam mana?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So dia buat, kita bagi ukuran, kita buat design. So dia orang propose dia orang punya design I mean the carving element apa semua dia orang propose, then once confirm dia buat, then dia hantar ke Paris. So kita apply kat sini lah.
So it's memang 100% Malaysian made lah. Memang literally
Malaysian made. Yeah, literally from Malaysia. Yes, correct. So this is my for me, I think my best experience working in Europe. Dengan I tak kenal anybody over there, and then we start with really good experience, bad experience, good experience. Communicate with the subcontractor, which they avoid speak English, even though they know they understand English, but they try not to speak English. That the I don't know why, but that's a good thing for me. I think experience for me. Yeah.
So
Alhamdulillah.
is the authority in Paris, is it similar to London and also dekat Malaysia?
Authority side in term of what? In term of project or
Renovation.
renovation? Yeah, it's slightly similar to UK, which is on the, if we're talking about the macam the UK, we have a UK building regulation. We need to follow the regulation. I think in Malaysia we call by law. That's what we call, yeah. In UK we call UK regulation, fire safety, etc. Which is also similar.
Okay.
It's not, yeah, it's not far from that. Okay, and I can share another one project which is in London, which is this is project is a proposed actually there's a terrace house, and not terrace, they call townhouse, 5-floor townhouse. So the client buying for investment, so we propose to them to do the top floor extension, and we change the garage basement garage conversion. We make a garage to 1-bedroom flat, and then we do the full interior refurbishment. Then this place in Paddington, London. So this is our service is fully service for the client. We do the full architecture design. We taking care of the permission, planning permission, building regulation. We deal with the council, with the church of because the land is under church, so we need to deal with the landowner. And then because it's a conservation area as well, so a lot of work that we have to deal with before we can start exercising on the design process for the interior and also the extension work. Yeah. And we also handle the contract management and project management for this project. Yeah. Okay, this is just one of the drawing, the planning application drawing. So I just show you some sample of how we do the proposal. As usual, the proposal for the interior, we go for the concept design, mood board, and then we play with the what we call that, the space planning, because we need to configure the layout. Yeah. And I can think I have the, okay. So this is an example of our work, which is we also do the technical side, the drawing, the technical drawing and visualization before we the builder, the contractor start doing, the carpenter start doing the work. So this the big photo is the final what they have now. Okay, and this is the toilet as well, which is the mood board, and then this is how the photo, the toilet looks like. Yeah. Okay, then I want to share with you the conversion, the basement garage conversion. If you see on the left side is a before, the photo before. Itu semua garage yang sebelum dia beli, time dia beli tu, garage memang macam store lah, dia tak buat apa. So we convert, become a 1-bedroom flat kat bawah.
So it's underground?
Yeah, it's a basement, yeah. Yeah, underground. Di depan parking, depan ada parking lah. So parking dekat luar. Instead of kat dalam, dia dah change to kat luar lah.
Yep.
Yep. And on the top floor, we propose another extension for the top floor, which is we create another room, bedroom to to increase their revenue. So kalau kita yang before, which is the balcony is full balcony, jadi kita take half, make a room, and then we keep another half for the balcony. And yeah, this is the what we call that, the dining table, and it's a high-end. I think I will go through with you for another session for how the concept, how we the process, the design process. Yeah. Now it's just one sharing with you how in UK I work with. Yeah. So this is all the visual and the proposal on the 3D visualization, and this is the final product. So okay, and can I go for the second project that I choose, which is this one in Paddington as well, which is I propose the interior refurbishment for the comprise of 737 square footage, just a internal refurbishment, purely interior refurbishment project in Paddington. Small job, but good experience because of the client, which is owned by one of Oman minister untuk negara Oman. Dia bought this property for his son, I think. Yeah. So the process untuk project ni is quite challenging for us as a designer, because when we deal with I'm not saying that Middle East people is a cerewet, but they kind of a lot of changes, a lot of detail, and then suddenly they change their mind. So it take me almost about 6 weeks just, I think more than 6 weeks just for the exercising the design process. And then of course the contractor also is a bit headache. Suddenly they change in the middle of the process. They just change their mind. Okay. So I just show you this existing site photos. That's where the project before we start the renovation for this property. It's very dull, a bit tired, but it's okay. I don't know, because they want to give a present to his son. That's what he do the summer refurbishment work. Okay, so on the exercising, as usual, we do the mood board. We're talking about the style, what we want to, how we to approach them on the interior. Like here, we more on the modern plus classic concept. Yeah. And then we do the space planning and visualization. And after that, after all the confirmation, we start with technical drawing, construction drawing for the builder to start the work. And of course, we start doing the sample on site, get the sample. That's a bit hard for us because keep changing the material, so the sample take some time to deliver. Yeah, and the construction start. If you see the panel here, the what we call that, the arabesque, the geometrical pattern. That one is I just want to share with you guys. In UK, we have one Malaysian company as well. He quite established, almost about 15 years. He's a carpenter. He have a big workshop. He have a CNC machine. He can do all the pattern, all the carpentry work for the renovation. So this is the arabesque. The geometrical pattern is I got it from them. Saya tempah dekat sana lah, dia orang buat kan. So it's not Malaysian as well, alhamdulillah. Cuma the builders, all the main contractor is a local main contractor. So this is a final product after completion, which is we use chevron pattern on the floor finish timber. We use engineered timber, and yeah, all the wall, what we call that, all the carpentry works done very well. Painting, we use a ferro and ball. That's what they choose. Okay, this is the final product for this project. Okay, so I think I choose 3 of my project on the interior. I think this one is not finished, but yeah, it is another. On Bizarrica design, we cover, we do the commercial design as well as residential for our investor. Yeah. Okay, maybe what else I can show? Maybe. Also, okay, this is my first project when I was in UK with IDA Architect in Wolverhampton. This is my first build. I mean, the real project building for the apartment in Wolverhampton that I involved with. And we also doing the architecture work. I think we collaboration like Bizarrica Architect. We collaborate with a local architect in Malaysia. We do a lot of proposals for Bandar Tun Razak before. This is mixed development for the Bandar Tun Razak. We collaborate with BBU Architect and R2 Architect in Malaysia. We purely on the conceptual design for them. So this is some of our work as well. So okay, maybe I can show some of India. Okay, this is a portfolio for leisure and hospitality. We also have we're doing a job for interior design consultant for the latest one before COVID. It's for the product for 160 rooms, 4-star hotel in Penang. So we are the consultant for this project. The concept we attach under BBU Architect in Malaysia. Okay, this is just a showcase for you to have a look. Simple proposal. And also we have another job with private equity, private investment company in Maldives. The site area is about 56 acres, the one island. So we propose the 202 villas, 5-star resort and spa in Maldives. But this project, I think now is abandoned after COVID, and they did not continue. So we on the process, on the proposal, on the design proposal. And also we do have proposed the Putrajaya, the iPutra hotel in Buisines 7, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, it's near to the station. Yeah, it's a 206 rooms, 3-star hotel. Also, this one is IV because of the land issue, because of the property issue. The building is owned by government, by Perbadanan Putrajaya, but the developer won't come to do the like kind of BOT project, build, operate, and transfer back the ownership to the government. But the process is take longer and is currently is the government changing, blah blah blah, and it's just stop in the middle. Yeah, I just share with you the concept. design, the architecture and interior design that we work for them as well. And we also have worked with BBU Architect on the 4-star hotel for in Senai for the Tabung Haji before. We do more on a conceptual design for them. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's all for now.
Great, thank you, Mr. Fahmi.
Yeah.
I think few of us have apa ada soalan sikit tu. So maybe any of you have any question, you can write down your question in the chat. So sementara tu I think we can have some discussion on I have some few questions here. So it seems like you punya company you cover I think it's quite international. Ada yang project in London and there's also projects in Malaysia and also Maldives. So how big is the company and how do you cover all this? How do you strategize you punya work locally and also internationally?
Yeah, that's what it's good question actually. If you heard about gig economy, remember about gig economy, the freelance work. I mean, currently is quite famous after the COVID, especially when the COVID happened. That's what we already start about 5-7 years ago, which is we just keep our key person in London, in UK, like me, my partner, and a few other people. And we have the lead designers, which is work with me as associate designers. For example, the interior design work that I show you, I have Louisa Lee is one of our associate interior designer in London. But to generate CAD drawing and proposal for and the graphic side, 3D visualization, those people we hire through online. We work through online basically. Ya, banyak yang kita dapat daripada macam for example our graphic designer is from